Oh boy, here we go. I'm probably gonna get the yellow money symbol. Gonna get that yellow dollar sign. Gonna get flagged for this video. Outrage ignites over white-only town built in Arkansas. That's where I'm from. Leftists should be happy. They're segregating themselves. They're letting everybody else have their own thing, and whites are going off somewhere else doing their own thing. They should be happy. We're leaving. Return to the land, white supremacists building whites-only settlement in Arkansas. Okay, let's go. I've got some things to say about this.
The Times of Israel reports, return to the land, white supremacists.
The Times of Israel? Why are you using them as a source? Don't you know they're a bunch of Zionists?
Building whites-only settlement in Arkansas. The only problem with this headline is that return is supposed to be spelled with a V, like Latin, which would still say return, but, you know, return. That's how people write it these days. Now, I don't think it's fair to call these people white supremacists based on the story that I've seen, but the gist of the story is a 40-member community got private land, set it up as a private membership community, and are building their own little settlement. This is the answer to the population collapse and the AI revolution. And my prediction.
Yeah, I agree with this. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait, I didn't read that second part. That's a good thing, right? I like this. This is kind of what I'm doing right now. I live in a community of, like, it's not 40 members. We probably got, like, I don't know, maybe 20. Really, there's like 7 of us directly here in this area that are like working on a farm together. I don't do very much. I probably do the least out of everybody, but I got this going on.
Here is young people are largely going to become homesteaders or farmers.
Yes.
And people are going to return to tradition, whether they want to or not.
Like my roommate's parents live down the road from us. They're part of our community, and they just don't use air conditioning. Fuck it. Don't need air conditioning. Why? We'll just air condition one room. The rest of the house, we're usually not in the house. So why would we air condition the house?
Now, of course, Times of Israel calls them white supremacists.
Are they, though?
Stupid argument, especially in this context. Maybe they are white supremacists. Maybe they do think white people are better than everybody else, whatever. I don't care. People are allowed to buy private property and live there with their friends. So what is the argument against this? A bunch of racists did a thing. Well, racists are allowed to exist, and they're allowed to be racist. I just don't like racists, but I'm not going to go and bother them. Let me put it this way. White supremacists have left your towns and gone to a big empty plot of land, and they're leaving.
A lot of people don't want to hear this, but if somebody's racist, I kind of don't give a shit. I'll still hang out with them and talk to them. I don't give a shit. Like, it does not matter to me at all. I mean, I think you're an idiot, but I think everybody's an idiot. I think I'm an idiot. Everybody's dumb about something.
You alone. Hey, this is a win-win, isn't it?
As long as they're, like, not trying to actively hurt people, you know?
If they want to create their own community,
or wish harm on people.
Well,
well, sometimes even if they wish harm on people, I'll still talk to them and hang out with them. But not if they're actually violent.
Here's the story. Times of Israel reports, a group of white supremacists is founding a settlement in Arkansas that will only allow in white Christians. The 160-acre community in the Ozark Hills near Ravenden, Arkansas, named Return to the Land.
I know where this is. Ravenden. It's Ravenden. It's Ravenden. This is close to what? Holy shit. Fucking nuts that I'm sitting here talking about Ravenden, Arkansas. That place is tiny.
Was founded in 2023 by Eric Orwell and Peter.
I know those names. Holy shit, dude.
This according to Sky News is explicitly declared a whites-only settlement.
Sky News is reporting on this.
Excluding Jewish people, followers of non-European religions, and LGBTQ individuals, vetting members based on European ancestry via interviews and membership screening processes, Sky News reported. About 40 people currently live on site, and hundreds more worldwide have paid for membership, according to Sky News.
I wouldn't pay for membership. I might go to visit, but I ain't paying.
Some of the members are police officers and federal agents.
Sounds like a cult.
Those who pass the group's screening processes are offered to buy land as LLC shares tied to personal plots, which Return to the Land believes allows it to bypass civil rights housing laws. They're correct.
That also sounds like communism to me.
A private plot of land You can apply to become a co-owner and purchase shares.
Yeah, that sounds like communism. I don't think these people actually know what they're doing here.
This private stuff was always allowed. The Civil Rights Act and most of these provisions in the states basically say if it's a public accommodation. I agree with that. If it's a shared public space, then, hey, don't keep people out for no reason or for abstract reasons, right? If someone's stinky and causing problems, you can kick them out. Doesn't matter what their race is. In this regard, if I bought a house and said, I'm only inviting in people that I want to invite in, it's private, then yeah, I choose. Imagine a reality where people argued if you bought land, you have to let anybody on it. Well, there'd be no such thing as trespassing laws.
Yeah, I don't mind this, that only white Christians are let in. There are places where only black people are let in. There are places where only Native Americans are let in that like literally have signs that say no white people beyond this point. Like, we've had this stuff for a very long time. I don't mind it. I don't like the ones that are violent against people. Like, I wouldn't mind to live in a whites only place and then go to the city center where everybody's allowed to intermingle. All the black people, all the white people, the Mexicans, the Indians, you know, Native American Indians.
So in this regard, they're saying, I can sell to whoever I want shares in my business. The argument, however, against this could be that offering up shares publicly.
I don't mind some segregation. I almost said regulation. That too. I don't mind some segregation. I almost said it again. Damn. I don't like a lot of it. That's when you get weird cultish behavior where tribes are against tribes. I don't like that. But if we got a few communities here and there that are like, this is whites only, this is blacks only, this is Amish only, you can't come here unless you're Amish, you know, I'm cool with that. I have no issue.
Opens them up to discrimination lawsuits. In the end, I still think they will win. And I got to be honest, I don't see a problem with these people creating a community in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, who cares? Who wants to go there? I'm black. I should be able to go to this place. Why? Why do you want to go there? It's just some random farm in the middle of nowhere. And I know exactly where it is, too.
I'm going to say it again to all the lefties and the BLM whatever. Guys, if this is true and they are white supremacists and they left, leave them alone. Let them go do their thing. They say because Return to the Land has a legal status as a private member association, the group claims that its LLC structure exempts it from the Fair Housing Act.
Yeah, I guarantee you that some of them involved are actual white supremacists. Some of them are probably just segregationists, where they don't think that they're better than other races, but they think that everybody should be separated. Like JonTron. JonTron thinks that, or at least he thought that. He said he thought that. Remember that? He got canceled for it.
Civil rights groups say the arrangement is likely unlawful. Who cares? Literally, who cares? They've left. Congratulations, the white supremacists have left. They've gone off, they're leaving you alone, and they're in the woods. What's the problem?
Yeah, and it's not like they're building a military out there. Even if they were, they're not gonna be building tanks and jets and shit out there. What do you think they're gonna do? They're going off grid and making farms, raising chickens.
It's just, I'm so stupid. Civil rights groups like the NAACP have condemned the community. Why? Warning that it revives segregationist ideas. But they left. Who cares?
I don't even care. I don't even care about segregation. As long as it's not, like, forced by the government segregation.
Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin told Sky News that his office is reviewing whether Return to the Land is violating state and federal law. Within the settlement, the Sky News reporter saw graded land, laid roads, a boundary fence, cabins, a community center, a schoolhouse, goat herds, wells, and community members preparing shared meals together.
Sounds fucking awesome.
Orwell described the project to Sky News as
I might have to check this place out.
A fortress for the white race, and framed it as a model for white separatist, ethno-nationalist living. He was ambivalent about his feelings toward Adolf Hitler, but explicitly discussed the idea of a new charismatic leader akin to a second coming of Hitler. He said, "You want a white nation? Build a white town," he told Sky News. Yes.
Yeah.
Go off and do your thing. On their Telegram group and public chats include numerous Nazi references, such as Cicero, what is that? I don't know. Posting 1488, a reference to
Man, I want to go to this place. I bet I could get in real easy to talk to some people.
white supremacists, 14-word slogan, and Heil Hitler. Orwell envisions Return to the Land as the first of many white-only settlements to be built in the U.S. intentionally. There are 3 other settlements currently being constructed, which Orwell sees as a path to power for the ethno-nationalist movement. We've got the video here. Let's roll a little bit of it. I don't want to play too much, but let's Return to the Land. Let's go.
It is hot, hard work.
Dude, yeah, let me tell you, Arkansas is hot as fuck and humid as fuck. It's like, it gets desert heat, but it's also humid as fuck and gets a lot of rainfall. So it's just brutal out here, man. I'm not in Arkansas anymore, but I'm right next to it, and it's still basically the same.
To join RTTL, you have to sign up to the Private Members Association, or PMA. And there are strict criteria for membership, as Scott Thomas, a board member and one of the founding fathers here, explains.
You have to be a PMA member to live here.
Yeah.
So you have to be someone of European heritage.
The group's logo, based on a Nordic rune, draws on that heritage. It is the PMA that the group believes makes this all legal. Once members have been vetted on ethnicity and other grounds, they can buy shares in the Limited Liability Company, or LLC. Those shares translate to acres of land that they can build on. Peter Seri is the brains behind the legal side of things.
Civil Rights Act is there for a reason, and this is a way around it.
He looks like a camouflage pants wearing, military hat wearing, boots wearing guy.
Yeah. Do you think
Looks like that kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Legal system, the courts, if it came to that.
Hopefully.
Do you think it's racist or not? Do you reject that term? Do you embrace it?
I don't know about that term. I mean, people use it in a lot of different ways. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the internet who would call me racist. I don't really know or care whether that term applies to me or not. Maybe.
Who cares?
Scott, what do you think?
Yep. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I almost don't know what racist means anymore.
Nobody does.
Racist.
A prejudice towards someone who's from a different ethnicity.
Well, actually, the modern definition of racism, according to critical race theory, all white people are racist automatically.
Yep.
That is
A lot
true.
of this is reaction
That
to
is actually true. Actually true.
left-wing identity politics, critical race theory, and movements like Black Lives Matter.
Actually, nobody can be racist except white people.
And fundamentally, this is identity politics, but white identity politics.
So what?
And what they're building here is a safe space for people of European ancestry.
I don't think they can win. I don't think they can win. I think in the long run,
Yeah, people are mad. The left is mad that people on the right are doing the thing that the left wanted to do, but they're just not capable of doing because they're a bunch of pussies.
there's a strong possibility they lose that. Now, maybe when I say win, I mean like succeed in their venture of creating this community, but they are going to face attacks on all fronts. And look, man,
They'll just go underground. That's it. They'll just go underground. They don't give a shit. These are anarchists, man. Fuck everybody. That's their attitude.
a bunch of dudes trying to work within the legal system to survive these legal assaults. Good luck. You know, what I will say, the challenge is with the LLC structure and purchasing shares.
I could see this going the ways of Waco. I can see it, where they're gonna be like, you're all abusing children, forcing them into this environment and forcing them to work with no running water or electricity, which they probably do have, just not in their houses, because who fucking needs it? You don't need that stuff. That's just a bunch of weird regulations that we've put on everything. The modern necessities for having a home. You gotta have electricity and running water. Is fucking ridiculous. Yes, I think you gotta have, like, water, at least. Clean water. Clean water! Clean running water. Sure. Why does it gotta be running in your house? Why can't it be somewhere else? Fucking stupid.
I don't know exactly how they operate it, but I would say this. If it is that there is a figurative monarch, the founder retains 51% and control of voting rights, the control.
Oh yeah, like I was saying, it's gonna go the ways of Waco, where they're gonna be like, you're abusing children, we're gonna come in and arrest you all. And everybody there is just like, we're not abusing children. You can't come arrest us. We will fight back. We know what you're trying to do here. You're gonna kill us. And the government's just gonna be like, no, we're not! No, we're not! We're not gonna kill you, come out! And then they set everything on fire with everybody in it, and then they just kill the children anyway. Oh, you're not gonna come out and give us the children? We're just gonna kill you all and the children.
The board, then they can probably survive. But even an LLC structure, when it sells shares, risks hostile takeover. If at any point there is not a majority controller of a singular ideological purpose, you're going to get ideological breakdown. And what that means is, so long as voting can happen, voting will erode your system over a long period of time. That is not advocacy for monarchy, but my point is, even in the United States, the Founding Fathers' vision has been eroded over a long period of time to the point where this nation is facing a serious crisis. Economic, financial, population, etc. Mass migration, a political bifurcation. Now, you can argue that monarchy can't avoid these things either, but a monarch maintains a solid worldview over a long period of time, or at least is more likely to. Our Supreme Court is supposed to be that purpose. They have lifetime appointments so that their worldview remains static and rigid and stops the country from swinging wildly in random directions. But with a structure like this, you eventually will get you're going to get infiltrators. There's going to be some liberals who are like, I'll buy shares. Powerful interests will buy shares. They'll fit every criteria.
Yeah, and they'll come in and change things, manipulate things. And you won't even know it because they're evil.
And then once they do, with controlling power in the LLC, will start to take away what you've built. So, depending on how they structure it, it is possible. But I will also add, just because systems can be broken doesn't mean don't build a system. So, for those that are complaining that these guys are doing something wrong, I literally don't care. They bought acres. They're building a settlement. Congratulations. Have fun.
Yeah, I think more of it needs to happen.
Fun. They moved away from all of you and are doing their own private thing.
Yeah, you want to be inclusive and diverse? Make a community.
Isn't this what you want? The white supremacists have...
That is what they want. But they want themselves to do it. But they can't because they're pussies. They actually can't live like this. They have to rely on other people to build their life for them.
Decided to disintegrate from your political structures?
Yeah, they're jealous. They want to be doing this.
Or would you prefer it if the white supremacists were in your city hall, in your police departments?
They'd rather they be dead.
So by all means, maybe these people are white supremacists or whatever. They're doing you a favor. They have voluntarily chosen to leave to go live in the middle of nowhere and build their own communities.
But they don't see it that way. They actually just want white supremacists or people they deem white supremacists to not be alive, to be dead. All of them.
If you try and go in there and screw with them and stop them, all you're going to do is force them back into the systems you claim you don't want them in. I'll leave it there, my friend. Smash the like button, share the show. Stay tuned. We got more coming up for you.
And there you go. That's crazy, isn't it? Right next to where I used to live. Like, legit an hour away from where I used to live. That's crazy that Sky News Australia was talking about it. And by extension, the Times of Israel. And by extension, Tim Pool, and it made itself right back to me. Because I had no idea that this was talking about Ravenden. That's crazy. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications. We're building our own little white community over here, aren't we? I'm just kidding. I don't care. I don't care if other races get in. You're just going to have to follow my rules because I'm the leader.